And today, our guest is a beautiful Eugenia Gu. She is an entrepreneur, a writer, a coach, a red carpet host, a philanthropist. Oh my God, so many good things I can tell about you. But please introduce yourself and what are you about and what is your passion?
Thank you so much, my love, for a beautiful introduction. What a big honor. You almost made me cry. You touched my soul, definitely. I'm what you said. I conduct the red carpet interviews. I am volunteering at the kids shelter here in downtown of LA. I'm a transformational coach and I conduct the group coaching sessions. I'm an author of the book, Love Book. And yes, I'm a red carpet host and also I'm involved in the European beauty pageant.
And also, Eugenia is a starting actress.
Oh, by the
So,
way, yes.
yay!
You see, I devaluate it because it's just the acting classes, but I don't want to devaluate it, you know?
Yeah. First steps are always the most important. And
Exactly.
actually, our podcast is all about mindful parenting, changes in the educational system of US and global scale as well, and in general about the transformational changes our planet Earth and we as its inhabitants are going through right now. And one of the reasons I decided to conduct this interview with you because you mentioned to me a very beautiful experience in your childhood with your mom, how
Mm-hmm.
she helped you, how she supported you through
Yeah.
some spiritual experience you had. And I
Mm.
think to our viewers, it will be very beneficial to know about it and to see how it's done, basically.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
can please share.
Yeah, so since I was a kid, I had I don't want to call them weird dreams. Let's just say I had
Hmm.
the dreams that were predicting the future.
Okay, sounds
Okay, but
very interesting.
I didn't realize what was it. Okay. And
Hmm.
I also had some experiences when I saw somebody. When nobody saw them, I saw them. And I felt the energy and I also could read the signs. I know it sounds so super weird and superficial, but I don't want to judge my experience because it happened to me. And my mom, I don't know how she knew that I have this kind of gift or whatever.
Hmm.
She always came to me when I was a kid and she was always asking me about my dreams. And also sometimes she asked me for advice. Being an adult now, I realized that it wasn't okay. Okay, when a parent asks a kid for advice. But hey, it was our reality. So yeah, I've seen the dreams and I've seen some like creatures or people, and also I've seen the signs. So it was my experience, and my mom, she was very supportive. She always like told me that I'm okay and everything is okay with me because I felt like I'm a different kid.
Hmm.
Okay. Now we call it like channeling or whatever. Olga, you can help me with that.
Now,
I
now
don't
we have a
know.
proper wording. Yeah,
Yeah,
channeling will be
I
like
don't
a
wanna
channel, a psychic. I think all children are psychic,
mm,
and this is why I brought up this subject. This is so important, I think, for parents to encourage that, not to block it because they don't understand it or because they fear it. There's nothing to fear if the knowledge is there. So please,
mhm.
if you're a parent, educate yourself and look how Eugenia's mother did it, how she supported it, even though maybe probably she didn't quite understood what was going on.
Yeah, as a kid, 100%. I didn't understand what was going on with me, but later on, I realized that, yeah, maybe I have some kind of an ability that I can see the future or can feel like
Mm-hmm.
something, even now being an adult woman, I'm 31, I also see the dreams. And sometimes when I'm around people, I can hear something about them. I know it sounds creepy. Like I can hear the names and then I can ask, who is Andrew? And the person is telling me who is Andrew. You know what I mean?
So clairaudience is when you hear, so you're clairaudient.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'll be honest with you, Olga. I cannot force it. If you'll come to me and you'll say, "Oh, Eugenia, tell me something," like I can't do it. It just comes to me, especially during my group coaching sessions when I'm working with women, and let's say we create the proper environment, and plus they allow me to do that. Sometimes not to with all of the women, I hear the voices as well, and I also and they see when I'm in this like I, I don't know, like state of mind. They see it, like I change, and then I'm like, even ask them, like, don't talk right
Let
now.
me let me receive
Something.
it.
Yeah, yeah, give me 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. And I verbalize it, and then it's their choice whether they
Yes,
accept it or not. But sometimes it happens to me, but I cannot force it, as I told you.
yeah, this is
I,
a beautiful experience. So now imagine if you were able to develop this ability to a
mm,
full potential since childhood. If there was someone, preferably a parent, who could
yeah,
tell you how to
yeah.
use it, what to do, and not to be scared of it. So please also share, because you shared with me previously that your mother, she didn't like freak out or say like, no, this imaginary friends are not real. You are just like a child daydreaming or whatever. This is just your imagination. But she kind of supported it, right?
Yeah, so I remember it vividly when I was like 17. Okay. Some kind of a creature holded my hand at night like that
Mm-hmm.
with like nails, and sometimes like so strongly. And that day, my mom didn't believe me. But I know that it's true, and I know that it happened to me, and I know that it wasn't like a nightmare or something. I remember it so good, like on my body, that it wasn't like a dream. You know what I mean? So yes, that day my mom didn't support me, but when I've told her that her dad is going to die like next day,
Mm-hmm.
she believed me. She believed me, and she invited the lawyer. She did some paperwork that she had to do, and he died the next day. I even
Oh.
described her a woman who came to me, and I told her like, oh, there was a woman, maybe 5'5", blonde, short hair, and she told me, tomorrow I'm taking your grandfather, and I was like, okay.
Mm.
And I told my mom that, mom, tomorrow your dad is going to die, and she's like, okay, I got it. So she listened to me. It wasn't like she was devaluating my experience, like this weird experience, let's say. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what, Olga? I don't know if you'll agree. And it's such a sensitive topic. You cannot go to school as a kid and tell it to your friends. Like,
Yes.
guys, today I saw the dream. Like, da, 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 da. Like it's a taboo, kind of.
Yeah,
Right?
and it's unfortunate that now that it's coming more and more to light and it's
Mhm,
coming to be more and more normal, we're still kind of, you know,
mhm.
scared to talk out loud about this because just everyone who is watching right now, just remember yourself. One or two experiences like that most probably happened to you in one way or another. So why we're still thinking that it's just a pure imagination or or everything is not real? Just today, I looked on YouTube. I saw a hearing, Congress hearing about UFO and aliens that now they're opening up all the secret files, maybe not all of them, but some,
Uh-huh.
and people starting to learn that we are not alone in the universe. And can you imagine how many belief systems will
Yeah.
crash
Yeah.
once
Exactly.
they will actually show us that? So yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're living in this beautiful age when we need to start normalize kind of different things which were taboo previously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And how do you see how parents can help and support their children when they're going through this stage of kind of, because every child is more or less enlightened already. Like
Uh-huh.
not more or less, every child is enlightened. It just depends how long they will stay this way, how
Yeah.
fast their conditioning will take place. So how do you think what parents can do to support their children to stay as long as possible without the conditioning, to be themselves, to be this channel they are?
Yeah, it's just what you said, to be themselves, to allow children to be themselves. That's exactly what I would say. And not to dim their light, to listen to your kids, like not to devaluate what they are saying to you, to accept what they are saying to you. And of course, to embrace it and to maybe help. your kid to develop this ability. Why not? Because I deemed this light. Yes, my mom supported me, but I didn't go this direction. And I had so many sidekicks on my way who
Hmm.
always asked me one question, like, why did you come to me?
Yeah,
You
you
don't
know
even
the
let
old
me
answers.
feel like, how do you do that? And I'm like, and they were always saying to me that I don't allow myself to like accept this how you call it, Olga, I don't know the names for this abilities or like
Ability, yeah.
gifts, how we
It's just
call
a
it.
gift. It's not even a gift because we all have it.
Yeah, we're all
It's not
gifted.
even a talent because we all have it.
Exactly,
It's just
exactly,
that we should start to normalize it. We are all
exactly.
psychics. We are all mediums. We are all channels.
Mhm.
Just some have it more developed, others have it less developed.
Yeah, 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 exactly. So yeah, this is what I would say. Accept your kids, love your kids unconditionally, listen to what they are saying. They are not like weirdos who see the crazy and creepy creatures. No, listen, accept, and help to develop the abilities. This is what I
Yeah.
would say. Yeah.
And also, because you are part of this organization who helps foster children in downtown, I want
Mm-hmm.
to hear about your experience because I was present on one of your events. Please share what you do there, what classes did you provide already, and like in general, your involvement this year. Please tell us where to send the gifts, etc., etc.
Thank you, Olga. Now I have to do this one. Thank you so much. So yes, I'm involved with this organization for the last, I would say, 3 years, and I'm extremely grateful to my dearest friend Justine, who believed in me because the first time when she invited me, she wanted me to tell to the kids about my experience, how I grew up, what happened to me, and who am I today. Because what I'm always saying at my group coaching sessions and to all of my friends, like, you are not what happened to you, you're who you choose to become. And it was like my moral and my message for my kids. You see what I say?
Yeah.
To the kids, like, no matter what happened to you in life, you are who you choose to become. And yeah, it was my first experience. And then I've asked them, like, how can I contribute, what can I do? And they told me that I'm always welcomed, and I can conduct different kind of workshops. So the last year on Thanksgiving, we brought the food with my dearest friend Simon and my friend Sveta, who conducted the workshop for kids. We were doing like the thankful tree, and then we celebrated Christmas together. And you and I, we went on Christmas to the
On
kids.
Christmas, yeah.
On Christmas, yeah. And you've seen it was like a big party for the
Hmm.
kids. It was fun.
Yeah, they were
And
so
yeah,
happy.
entertaining. And this year, I've seen my kids like 2 weeks ago on Thanksgiving, like before the Thanksgiving, we were doing the thankful tree again. And also we were doing the vision board with them. So yeah, and on the 9th of December, I'm going to celebrate Christmas with them. And right now, I'm collecting the gifts for kids. It can be something meaningful like pencils, color books, pens, like whatever, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah, so I am extremely grateful for the opportunity, and it makes me the happiest woman on the planet Earth to see them, to like interact with them, to be 100% present with them, because it's not like that I go there 10, 15, 20 times per year. No, only some slots are available, and I see them as often as I can. But anyways, I use like my moment with them 100% and productively. And yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity, and this one of the most beautiful experiences in my life for sure.
Amazing. And we're gonna leave your Instagram links or wherever other links you want if other people want to join your cause and to donate as well.
I'll be happy. I'll be more than happy. Thank you, Olga, so much. Kids are the future, and this is what
Sure.
you are also doing and promoting, as you said, responsible parenting, or how you called it.
Mindful parenting. And I truly
Mindful
believe,
parenting.
yeah, if we want to see any change on this planet, we need to start from a younger generation. We need to heal before we get sick,
Mm.
before we get conditioned. We need to give these children the tools to decondition themselves even before that started, not to go later to therapists, healers who knows what our generation is doing
Yeah.
to just get better and to see some
Yeah.
transformation and change. If
Hmm.
only we knew that when we were children, if only someone was supporting us on that path since
Yeah.
day one.
Yeah, but I would like to add that
Mhm.
it's nothing wrong with going to the healers or
Oh
therapists
no,
and
no, it's a great.
self-development, self-growth. Yeah, it's beautiful, it's wonderful. It doesn't mean that you're broken.
No, no one is broken, but
Mm-hmm.
this wasn't the message. I appreciate everyone who is doing the hard work because we are the generation who can actually break the chain. Because again, it's up to parents to introduce the children. But if we want a real change, we need to bring up the whole new generation from start who
Mm-hmm.
are, as they were when they came to the earth,
Mm-hmm.
enlightened and light and beautiful and themselves.
Yes, yes.
And because you had already this experience in kind of not, I don't know if it's a government institution or state institution, but maybe you've already noticed some gaps in the educational system or something you would like or you see from your perspective which can be improved.
Mm-hmm. Such a great question. So, in terms of this organization, I'll be 100% honest with you that I am inspired by them. You know
Hmm.
why? Because this is exactly what they do, what is lacking in the educational system right now. Doesn't matter where, in the US and Europe, like, doesn't matter.
Hmm.
We need to raise the awareness of the importance of the mental health. And as I've already said, you are not what happened to you, you're who choose to become. And it's nothing wrong with like seeing the therapists, healers, etc., etc. So this is what I would do at schools. Like I would normalize the things
Beautiful.
and I
Yeah.
will talk about them. You know, yeah, not to swallow your pain, not to think that this topic is a taboo.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
so yes, this is exactly what I would do. I would normalize mental health, and I believe that this is the first step toward the better future. That's my personal belief because I remember myself before therapy. I'm getting toxic,
Yeah.
horrible bitch, and I see myself after 11 years of therapy. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm healthy, I'm happy, and I want you to be happy. Okay, I don't want
Yes,
to be
yes.
jealous. I don't want to attack you, etc., etc. I just want to thrive together. Is it a lot to ask?
Oh, actually, yeah, about thriving together and like reducing the competition. Um, what is your take on
Mm-hmm.
the like system where they value more like how you call it, the achievements
Yeah.
children do, like A mark, B mark, C mark, and all the games children play, it's already competitive. So like we're kind of bringing up this competition since
Yeah.
the very,
Yeah.
very beginning. So what is your take? How do you see from the position of the therapist, of the coach,
Mm-hmm.
um, how can be this shift done in the educational system from like marks for their achievements to kind of more holistic way, like things you did with a manifestation, visualization, all
Uh-huh.
these games which kind of encourage collaboration
Yeah.
and some collective vision.
Yeah. It's such a great question, Olga. Wow, wow, wow. So, first and foremost, I have to admit that I'm also a very goal oriented person and I love achievements. Okay.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's nothing wrong with being like a goal driven person. Okay.
Hmm.
I agree with you. Competition sucks. It's bad. Comparison as well. Okay.
Comparison.
But it's like, oh. But I have one task at my group coaching session. I always ask my women to write down their biggest achievements. Okay. It's up to them whether it's
Hmm.
like being a great mom, being a great wife, being a great entrepreneur, having like two higher educations, doesn't matter. Whatever feels good to them, okay? They write it down, and afterwards I tell them, okay, and now put a mark next to your achievement from 1 to 5. How would you rate your achievement? Okay, from 1 to 5. How are you satisfied with
Hmm.
your result? And they put their mark, and then I ask them, Are you happy with the outcome, or were you happy with the journey? So
I
this is my
love it.
message. We have to enjoy the journey. Olga, Christmas is coming.
Yes.
And what is cool? The preparation,
Yeah.
decoration at home, beautiful music at the stores, like gift list, etc., etc. This is cool. Not the actual Christmas. The actual Christmas, we'll sit for 3, 4 hours, hug each other, da 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 da. But the prep is so freaking cool. So my message is like enjoy your journey. Doesn't matter. You had fails, ups and downs. Like it's beautiful. Enjoy it and embrace it. So yeah.
From what you said, I also saw, I don't know, maybe you like for you it's casual, but can you imagine if children can actually put the marks for themselves, not like outside evaluation, and you need to prove your worth, to prove that you're doing right, right? But once you like read, maybe the teacher can like put where the mistakes were, but the child himself or herself can put the mark onto
Wow.
it. Like, I don't
Wow.
know, it's just some ideas are born
I
in the
love
field.
that. I love this idea. Yes. And it's also important so children can see themselves. You know how what I mean? Like they can rate themselves based on their ability. So they don't need anyone to tell them what to do or ask them for the direction. They can trust themselves.
Yes,
Does it
it
make
will,
sense what I'm
for
saying?
sure,
It
yeah.
will, yeah.
Because like I love so much human design, and Gene Keys. So
Yes.
human design is all about taking back your inner authority from the
Exactly.
day you were born. So human design is talking about how we are all conditioned and
Mm.
dependent on the outside authority.
Yes.
So this
Yes.
will be a beautiful way to bring in this trust for yourself,
Yes. Yes.
a-
Exactly.
and just will teach children to look at themselves and be honest with themselves. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
can
yeah, yeah, yeah,
lots
yeah.
of
One
beautiful
hundred
things can
percent,
come out from this.
100%. Because I totally agree with you. It's all about self trust
Hmm.
and knowing yourself, right? And
Knowing
this is the
yourself,
what
yeah,
I wrote in my book. Like, yes, people need people. Let's be honest. We
true.
all need each other. We are
Hmm.
social human beings, but at the end of the day, it's just you. Doesn't matter whether you have kids, you're married, da da da. You have yourself, and you have to rely on yourself.
True.
Trust yourself, your gut, and your abilities.
Yeah, in the end of the day, in the end of your life, you is only what you've got.
Exactly.
True. And okay, the last topic I want to cover today is like the great change that we are going through. AI, technology.
Oh,
Like something must be drastically changed in the
yeah.
system of education. If uh, teachers haven't catched up with it yet, all the students just go to ChatGPT and doing their lessons. Like so many things need to be reevaluated and changed because
Yeah.
so many things are already not needed or should be
Hmm.
done in a different way. So, what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts about AI, like if we use AI in a smart way, why not? Okay.
Hmm.
As now we have the smartphones. If we use them in a smart way, why
Hmm.
not? The same about social media. You can be um just the user, or you can be a person who makes money on it.
True.
Use it in a smart way. The same about AI. My biggest fear, I remember when I studied at school, when I needed to translate an English word to my native language, I had to look in such
Dictionary.
vocabulary, you know, for that word, for that word, and I actually like it. I like it, and also I like the handwriting, about it.
Mm.
So yes, I stand for the old school method of education, but hey, if we use it in a smart way, I mean AI, then why not?
Yeah, because
My biggest fear is that, I'm sorry for interrupting, that we will become more stupid. This is my biggest fear.
that's
And
what
that
I
the next
wanted to tell
generation
just
will be
now.
like stupid.
Yeah,
That's
that's
my
this
biggest
is
fear.
what I try to say
Yeah.
that, even me using ChatGPT wherever for some translation, so it makes even me so lazy. Like, why should I
write it
think
down.
if
Yeah.
I can, yeah, in a second create the full translation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, with that being said, and with social media, what do you think are the biggest challenges the younger generation is facing right now, which were not like available for us, which were not challenges for our generation, let's say?
Oh, such a great question. I think that we will come back to that answer that younger generation, they maybe they and God forbids, they won't know how to trust themselves because in our childhood we had to
Think.
generate ideas, to think, to write, da, 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 like we had to hustle really hard.
Like our brain activity
Our
seems to
brain was
be
active all the time. Remember,
yeah,
like when we
like
had
we
to
were
write
so
down?
like in, for example, in the yard, we need to think how to jump through the
Yes,
fence, how to climb the
yes,
tree.
yes. When we were bored, we were like coming up with the ideas of games ideas. You know what I mean? We didn't ask Google, huh, like what are the top 10 games for kids who are like 15 years old. No, no, we have to come up with ideas to entertain ourselves, to
Yeah.
educate ourselves. So, yeah, this is like the only problem, in my opinion,
Do you think
about it.
something should be done to bring children more to nature as such, to reconnect,
It will be.
to
It will be on the parent shoulders, I would say. It will be their responsibility what they want. But if parents are also always on their phones, this is the example they show to their kids. And also it calls the neglect and emotional abuse when you don't pay attention to your kids. So I feel like everything starts at home.
yeah, this is
Yes,
true.
as Mother Teresa once said, if you want to change the world, go home and love your family.
True. I
My favorite,
totally
one of my
support this
favorite
quote.
quotes. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it starts at home. Depends on parents.
And
Yeah.
actually, this made me think about another situation in your life. If you're open to talk
Okay.
about it, we can like sum up everything with it.
Okay.
We were talking about social media and children being constantly in their laptops, wherever. And now we know that they're raising numbers of depression and
Mhm.
suicidal thoughts within youth and in schools. And I know you had an experience of losing your friend, and I know that you have experience of how to come up from that. And you have a beautiful message how you can support your close ones to, God forbid, not to end up
Yeah.
like that situation.
But the bad thing is that I failed. I failed and he committed a suicide and I didn't see the signs. And
I
then
didn't think that you failed. I just think that was kind of a lesson in the process that you can create a message out of that and
yeah.
you can support so many others. Everything happens for a reason. So now you can share your journey and you can help so many other people
Mm.
who are in the same situations or similar.
Hmm. See, this is still,
Raw?
yeah, it's still raw. I know it's been 2 years, and sometimes I feel like I failed. And but you know what? My best friend, he taught me to live in the present moment because you
Hmm.
never know what can happen tomorrow. So this is exactly what he taught me. Like, be here with your friends, not only physically but emotionally, and 100%. And yeah, pay attention to what they are saying because he was giving me some signals, but I was completely ignoring it. And yeah, I feel like it's still raw.
Okay.
The key thing that he taught me is like to live in the present moment. That's 100%, and to appreciate life because so many people are always asking me like, "Oh my God, Eugenia, you're so happy. What is your secret?" And this is exactly what this experience taught me. I know
To
this
be
topic
in the
is wrong,
present
but this is
moment.
exactly what this experience taught me. That it's not forever. Life is not forever. And as I already mentioned, do what you can with what you have. Yes. And don't postpone your happiness for tomorrow. Okay. When I'll make $1 billion, maybe then I'll be happy. When I'll meet a super cool guy.
Yeah,
Like such a bullshit, just enjoy today and take a look at what you have and appreciation and gratitude. So, yes, my husband is always saying to me, like, Eugenia, I have a feeling that your best friend sacrificed his life for you to understand uh, the essence and importance of this life, because I was this person who was always no, I have to get one more higher education, or I have to do this and that, and then I'll be happy. Such a bullshit. So yeah, this is what this experience taught me, to
thank
enjoy
you for
every
sharing.
day. Yes, of course. And I'm sorry if it wasn't the answer you
No,
expected.
no, no. I'm not expecting anything. I just know that you went through it, and it can be beneficial for others also to know
Yeah,
your
and not to
experience.
give up and not to blame yourself, but I cannot say it because I still sometimes blame myself. So it will be dishonest from my side to say to people like, don't blame yourself if you didn't see the signs of
Hmm.
the loved one who killed themselves. It will be bullshit. It will not come from the honest place. And I love to be authentic and honest, even if it will hurt someone.
Yeah, thank you for your
That's
courage
me.
to sharing your journey as is at this current
Thank you,
stage
babe.
of your life.
Thank
And
you.
thank you so much for being
Oh,
present.
yeah, and
And
thank you.
yes,
And thank you for being with me that time, because I remember
sure.
when it just happened, you were my angel. And I remember we went to the church together and we
Yes.
spent time together. Mm, I don't want to even say I highly appreciate it because it sounds so fake. Like it's so valuable to me. It's so like rewarding, and you give me so much love and support. So thank you for being a light on this planet Earth. I love you, and you know how much I
Thank
respect
you.
you for.
Thank you. And please share any final words, any final inspirations. Uh, you can again remind people about the upcoming Christmas gifts that you're collecting.
Yeah. Um, okay, so I kindly encourage you to do good. And trust me, this feeling is so rewarding when you do good and when you share your love with others. And it doesn't cost a lot to make someone happier. You can do it with a compliment and you can do it with an actual gift. And yes, it will help me if we will unite and collect the gifts for kids together. As a reminder, I go to see the kids on the 9th of December this year, 2024.
Perfect.
And my message, and I feel like it will be the conclusion. My favorite quotes: "Do what you can with what you have." The next one, like live in the present moment and embrace and enjoy the power of now. Now is all we have. And yeah, love life, and life will love you back.
So true. Thank you so much for being a guest on our
Thank
podcast.
you.
I appreciate you so much, your wisdom, and everything that you shared with us today. And if you want to be a guest at our podcast, please check the link in the description box below. The email filled up if you have a message to share about mindful parenting, about the changes to educational system in our world, and in general about the transformational phase that humanity is currently on. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.